This guy is broken. Since I have a aftermarket steering wheel, all I'm gonna do is just remove these guys, pull this out, and then we'll get to removing the cluster. It just has the one wire here. I'm gonna take this plate off, set that to the side. It's got a little cover right here for this dude. Set this off to the side too. And you've got this guy and another little plastic cover. But all we're gonna do now is they're gonna get this 22mm nut out of the way. If for some reason you had your panels on, this is the point where you would remove all the bottom panels and everything like that. But mine, I bought it with these panels off. So we're just gonna pretend like everything is good. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get these two screws, and they're just regular Phillips. I don't even know if these are the screws that came with it, but these are the ones that were in here. These two in the middle, and then the flatter ones were on the outside. So now at the top of up here, there's going to be two more Phillips screwdrivers. You might have to use a little stubby one depending on if you have a long Phillips or not. I only had one, so I'm gonna go ahead. Me? Alright, that's out. There's gonna be one screw here and another one up there. We're gonna go ahead and remove those. So you can use these little tabs to kind of tilt the cluster a little bit forward and just kind of use it to wiggle this out. I think my cluster's been removed probably once before, but just be careful not to bend these. So now that's, whoop, I'm just gonna wanna go back. So now, just tilt forward. Once you get a good grasp on it. Remember there's a lot of connectors back there. So now you got the cluster out. As far as I remember, these connectors are foolproof, so they're color coded. They only go one place, but just go ahead and disconnect all of these, yellow, green, blue, all of that, and then back there's these two little ones. So you guys can see the tabs. They're plastic, pretty flimsy, honestly. So you want to be very careful there. So the recommended using the Pelican parts tutorial is to start with this blue one, and all of these have a little retaining clip on them. You just have to pull up on the retaining clip, and then that allows you to get the plug out. You pull up on this retaining clip like so. There we go. Okay, the blue one's out somehow. Now let's just wiggle this free. Come on, baby. Alright, that white plug's out. For the yellow one, I feel like I'm disarming a bomb. Retaining clip up, and then just give it a wiggle. Okay, yellow plug is out. Green plug comes out as well. So I'm just going to take this out. Makes it even easier. And then I've got these two for this warning light right here. And you can either take the whole light out or pull the spade connectors. So got that out and that out. And voila, one gauge cluster. So now that we have this out, it's time to get into tearing this thing up to rebuild it. Should be fun. Let's go do that. And behind him is going to be these little Phillips screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to go ahead and remove those. We're going to go ahead and we can now take this front cover off, which let's do this way. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So the next step after this, Be very careful not to touch anything and break anything, but carefully rotate it around. Oh no! It came off, but I'm just gonna tuck it into here because it just sits inside of this guy. So push that in there. And slide this in here. Good enough. On the back of this, mine is deteriorating. I was looking in these gauge clusters, you can get some on eBay for pretty cheap, so I mean if you don't want to do all this, you don't have to. So we're going to remove these 1, 2, 3, 4 screws right there, and then we'll pull this cluster out. Again, be very careful with it, and be very careful because what we're going to do now is just lift this cluster out. Well, in theory we are. Whoop. Leave that in here. A little old vintage sticker. Interesting. A couple pieces of crap fell out of that. The problem, so you see right here, this guy is broken, so that's why some of those pieces that fell out, there's just random little pieces in there. So that's got to be the culprit for my odometer gears not working. See, it's not touching that right there. The orange one seems like it's lost a couple teeth too, so that's where we're heading. Luckily I have a very small flat head, but you got to get this guy right here and then this guy right here. And on some of these they're actually Phillips, but this is the Odometer one, so maybe that's the difference. Take those screws out, this pops right off, and this gives you guys a better look at the gears. You can kind of see that one is completely chunked and busted. So let's get to work. Alright, and if you guys are needing instructions, I just got this off of Classic Bimmer Bits. They all free spin and everything, so they should just all come off with a little bit of coercion, just like that. So just make sure you pull them off in an order you're going to remember. Luckily I'm recording this, so that makes it easy. This one at the bottom doesn't, actually the green one under this is the one that they said doesn't usually need to be removed, but I'm going to take this guy and set that aside. Let's see if I can get this guy. Whoop. Looks like they all kind of popped out, but they're stuck together a little bit. Alright, got this one. And I'm just putting them in order behind there because I don't want to forget the order. This one. And then we're just going to inspect this guy, make sure it looks good. This is the one this one's made out of a better material, so it lasts a little bit longer. So we'll put this back on, make sure everything is clean. This one is the one that's attached to the motor, so you gotta be kind of careful with it. This next part's kind of hard to explain, but what I did was I peeled off this plastic off of this gear. Whatever you do, you don't want to apply too much pressure, because if you look at it, this is actually connected to the motor, so we got to protect this. And eventually we're going to take this cover off and then use that to hold the shaft. But we're going to get some pliers and we're going to try to get this bushing right off of there. Right, so I'm going to use these cutters. They've seen better days, but this is what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to clamp down on it like so. Oh, that just popped right off. And just keep in mind that this one has a little bit of play in it, so as you push down on it, it springs back up. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to remove this cover. So just take your flat head and get this guy out. This guy right here. So now with the cover off, in case you guys need anything, this is just part of the motor, and you just stick that back on. Once this thing spins, magnets, all that stuff, you guys know how motors work, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the first gear, which is the replacement for that. So I got this set from Odometer Gears, these guys, and they have pretty good instructionals on their website too. But so this is the E1, the 12 tooth. Put this gear on, we're going to use fingers or 2 fingers back here to hold this so that this doesn't fall or feel any pressure. So I saw a couple other guides that mentioned that when you hold this, make sure that you support the shaft. But the other thing to keep in mind is to get this flush to the top of the shaft, you may have to use a needle nose to kind of hold this. So this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna just try to push this down a little bit because I'm about halfway on there, so I still have a little bit left to go. I was actually able to do it without needing the needle nose. So these gears are different colors, but they go on the same way, and looks like they're pretty foolproof. So it starts off with this one. This guy's gonna go right back where he is, and they always go with the smaller, like more tapered side first. So this guy goes down just like that. So we got that guy good to go. Now for this guy, which he goes on here, I believe. So just make sure as you're pushing this down, you get the gears flush and they fit into each other, and then just kind of test them as you go. You see it's moving there. Uh-oh, we don't want to do that too much, but yeah, see it's moving there. Next one, which goes on top of here. So the same thing, test it out, make sure it's moving. And then last but not least is this guy, and he just slips into here, and that goes into that. So then let's get that in spot, and then now all of these move together. Oh, well, we need a little bit more motion, but that seems to do the trick. It kind of pushed them a little too tight into each other. There we go, a little bit more. But yeah, so these guys are good. And as you can see, just to test it out, as it's turning, you see the numbers start to move just a little bit right there, so you know that everything is good. So, and this has two of these, but the big one goes up at the top and then the little guy at the bottom. And these screws are the same size, so that's nothing too crazy. But just line up the holes, press this on, and then go ahead and get your two screws back in. Same as before, just make sure you get your orientation right, which, I mean, can't really mess this up too bad, but it's like a game of operation. And then just make sure you blow this out and there's nothing else in there. Technically they recommend using compressed air and all that stuff to make sure you have nothing in there, but so now we're good there. And the last step is to just put this back on to the front plate and then get your 9 screws back in, and you're in business. Ready to be installed. Mine has some other problems because this stays on, but this board is actually a lot of money, so I'm probably going to see if I can find another new cluster anyways, but it's time to throw this back. And then just remember to connect the wire for your horn, and that just goes right there, and these guys tighten right up onto there. just like that. Got the steering wheel back on. Remember to tighten these guys all up. Test this horn in a little bit. Not that I'm really worried about it, but all right, just like that, we're all done. Got the steering wheel back on and good to go. If you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.